Okay, we're live. Good evening and welcome to the meeting of the Mayor and Council of Princeton. It is May 23rd, 2023. And we'll start, Madam Clerk, with the meeting statement.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act, including the time, date, and location of the meeting. In addition, the agenda and all related materials were posted electronically and made available to the public on Princeton's meeting portal in advance of the meeting.
Thank you. I'll do the land acknowledgement. We gather today on the land of the Lenape and Lenape. As members of the Princeton community, we aspire to show appreciation, respect, and concern for all peoples and our environment. We honor the Lenape and other indigenous caretakers of these lands and waters, the elders who lived here before, the indigenous today, and the generations to come. Can we have the roll call, please?
Ms. Perrone-Lambrose?
Here.
Ms. Niedergang?
Here.
Mr. Cohen is absent. Ms. Sachs?
Here.
Ms. Fraga is absent. Mr. Newland?
Here.
Mayor Frida?
Here. If you would you please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first up, we have two sets of minutes to approve. Michelle, thank you. Is there a second? Leighton, thank you. Any questions or comments on either set of minutes? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Announcements and reports. We'll start up here. Any council? Michelle, was that a hand up? Sorry.
Yeah, just real quick. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick announcement and reminder. June 8th will be a community meeting here 400 for the Community Park South. There'll be a presentation of a couple different concept plans that we've boiled it down to, so everyone is invited to come. I just wanted to clarify, it will be at 7 p.m. It will be a presentation, so rather than an open house, it'll be a sit-down presentation, and then we'll be taking feedback. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other council? Yeah.
Jim, do you want to talk about the pre-construction meeting? Okay.
Leighton?
Thanks, Mayor. Yeah, I just want to share with those people gathered here and members of the public that concluding just minutes before we started our meeting tonight was the Student Leadership Awards given out by Corner House. The mayor was in attendance, our administrator was in attendance, and so was Jeff Grosser and myself. The testimony of these young people was very moving. It almost made me very emotional to sit and to hear what our future looks like. These young people care about each other. They are unselfish. They see the world as not as it is, but as it could be, and it gave me great hope to see that, and I think at a time when you know we're actually looking at there being a void of leadership in Corner House, and the people that are there, the staff and the students, and all of the municipal workers have really stepped up during this time, and I think done an incredible job, and I just wanted to recognize those people for that, and in particular the 5 individuals who were honored tonight as student leaders. Thank you.
Thank you, Leighton. Any other council? Okay. Staff reports or announcements? Jim?
Just
Whoa. Hey, Adam in the back, can you just turn the volume down? Volume's not too high. We should be good. Yeah.
okay. Yes, thank you. I want to announce that Witherspoon Phase 1, the between Nassau and Green has substantially been completed, and I say substantially because there's, as many of you know, it's now open to traffic and pedestrians are enjoying a much wider sidewalk. There is punch list items that have to be done, things like cleanup, landscaping, signing, striping, pretty much minor stuff in the eyes of the public, but very major to me. And the contractor will be back over the next few weeks taking care of those small things. Same thing with the New Jersey DOT improvements project to the Nassau and Witherspoon intersection. They've been substantially complete. They do have supply chain issues, and the bluestone pavers will not be delivered until next month. The black powder-coated signal poles will be delivered in September, so they will be back in September to replace the signal poles. The new signals are up, the new signal equipment is in. Unfortunately, they continue to have to run the signals through the old signal cabinet, so that's why that big, ugly, galvanized cabinet is still sitting there on the corner next to the kiosk. It will be removed as soon as PSE&G lets them put the meter on the new meter cabinet. So there's a few delays, but all the construction is out of the way. You may have noticed that today the university was removing the granite cobbles that Earl so fastidiously placed last week. They were concerned about the reunion attendees who will be disembarking from buses at that location, and being a rough surface and the age of the reunion attendees, they were concerned about safety. So the university opted to remove them. They're palletizing them, and Earl will return to put them back if State Historic Preservation Office backs down, because SHPO did not approve the installation of those granite cobbles. Otherwise, it will be all bluestone, and hopefully done by the end of next month. PSE&G has also completed the first phase of their gas main system modernization program. They've installed a temporary regulator so that they can continue with phase two. Phase two will begin around the beginning of July. We've had a couple of staff honors. Jessica Stratton has recently completed her 21-day course over the last 9 months and is now a certified recycling professional, so she can take on the role of our recycling coordinator. Taylor Saputer, our municipal arborist, just completed a 20-credit graduate level course and has received a certificate in urban forestry from Oregon State University. 2023 roadway resurfacing program, which will resurface 8 roads in town, will begin on June 8th, starting on Ridgeview Road. Witherspoon Street Phase 2 will begin construction on or about June 1st. There will be a pre-construction meeting in this room tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the community to hear what is being constructed and how the construction may impact their daily lives. We hope to see a lot of people from the neighborhood. This is the section that goes through the Witherspoon-Jackson neighborhood, and we have hand-delivered to every home in the neighborhood a notice about the meeting tomorrow night. Let's hope they come out and hear what the impact will be on them. And then some great news about our waste collection program. We are almost into the end of our 4th month. The first 3 months of data is in. We have reduced the amount of landfill waste by 218 tons compared to the same period last year, which represents a 16% decrease in waste collected and distributed.
Very nice.
Disposed of. And that's my report.
Jim, make sure you express our appreciation for the time and effort that Melissa and Taylor put in to get their certifications. Thank you. All right, any other staff reports? All right, next up is public comments for items not on the agenda. If anybody in the room or over Zoom has something to say, just come on up to the podium, give us your name and address, and you have 3 minutes.
Sure, thank you. My name is Herb Tarbus. I live at 411 Newmarket Road in Piscataway. I'm a former member of the Middlesex County Democratic Organization. I'm also the co-founder of Voter Choice New Jersey. It's a nonprofit, nonpartisan, all-volunteer grassroots organization advocating for ranked choice voting here in New Jersey. My appearance here tonight is on behalf of Voter Choice New Jersey. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you and to the public. My goal this evening is to press upon those listening both the importance and the urgency of adopting ranked choice voting and why I believe this governing body can have a major impact here in New Jersey. Why is it urgent? Well, the increasingly virulent political polarization in our society is a clear and present peril to our republic. Ranked choice voting can be shown to mitigate polarization in an electorate. Conversely, our current single-mark balloting process can be shown to exacerbate polarization. The sooner we correct this, the sooner we will begin to mitigate political polarization in our society. Why is it important? Well, consider this. Irrespective of the number of candidates running for a single seat, each voter is only permitted to express their opinion on a single candidate. So if your opinion is that your first choice is candidate A and your second choice is candidate B, you currently have no way to express that in the voting booth. In my opinion, this is a clear infringement of our First Amendment free speech rights. If the purported goal of an electoral system is to gauge the will of the people, but everyone is prevented from expressing their true opinion, how can we expect the cumulative effect to be representative? We cannot. To secure our democracy, we need to adopt a preferential or proportional voting system like ranked choice voting. Voter Choice New Jersey's strategy to achieve adoption of RCV is a municipal first strategy. We are urging municipalities to adopt trigger ordinances which will be triggered into an active state upon the legislature authorizing the use of RCV at the municipal level. These trigger ordinances would place a question on a municipal ballot where voters would have the final say on whether to use ranked choice voting for municipal elections. The Hoboken Council has already adopted such a binding trigger ordinance, and we are optimistic that Jersey City will follow suit in the very near future. This is where Princeton comes in. Given the historical legacy and cultural significance of this municipality, we feel the support of this governing body will have a multiplicative effect on momentum towards the adoption of ranked choice voting in New Jersey. We will be happy to provide a model trigger ordinance tailored to the borough form of government for your inspection and consideration. In closing, I'd like to share a passage from the website of fairvote.org, which has been advocating for democratic reforms for over 30 years, which says that Cambridge, Massachusetts uses proportional ranked choice voting to elect its city council and school committee with a notable impact on politics and election. Cambridge regularly elects candidates from historically underrepresented communities to position on its city council. 95% of voters typically see their first, second, or third choices elected to office. Cambridge has been using ranked choice voting since 1941. I hope and trust you'll give this request serious consideration, and thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for driving down and coming in.
Sure thing.
Thank you. Any others with public comment on anything not on the agenda? Okay, seeing none, we'll close that part of the meeting. We have a public hearing on ordinance 2023-13, ordinance by the municipality of Princeton regarding the leaf, branch, and log program and amending Chapter 19 of the Code of the Township of Princeton, New Jersey, 1968. Is there a motion? Eve's got the motion, and is there a second? Thank you, Michelle. All right, it's been moved and seconded. Questions, comments? Okay, anybody from the public that wants to make a comment or say anything on this one? Okay, thank you very much. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Perrone-Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sachs,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
All right, next we could do ordinance introductions, and just a reminder on introductions, we don't actually discuss the item because that would happen at the public hearing. First up, ordinance 2023-14, ordinance of the Mayor and Council of Princeton concerning salaries and compensation of certain personnel of the municipality of Princeton, public hearing June 12th, 2023. Is there, thank you, Mia. Michelle's got the second. Roll call vote.
Ms. Perron Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sacks,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
Ordinance 2023-15, bond ordinance providing for the acquisition of property in and by Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey, appropriating $165,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $156,750 bonds or notes of Princeton to finance part of the cost thereof. Public hearing, June 12th, 2023. Layton's got the motion, Eve has got the second. Roll call vote.
Ms. Perron Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sacks,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
Ordinance 2316, ordinance appropriating $3,515,000 from sewer connection fees for various sewer improvements and equipment in and by Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey. Public hearing, June 12th, 2023. Mia's got the motion, Eve's got the second. Roll call vote.
Ms. Perron Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sacks,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
Ordinance 2317, bond ordinance providing for sewer inflow and infiltration reduction in and by Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey, appropriating $3 million therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $2,850,000 bonds or notes of Princeton to finance part of the cost thereof. Public hearing, June 12th, 2023. Eve's got the motion, Layton has got the second. Roll call vote.
Ms. Perron Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sacks,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
Ordinance 2020, I'm sorry?
I just want to make a comment about the previous one.
You want to what?
A comment.
No, there's no comments.
Oh, but it's,
It's introduction.
okay.
Sorry.
It was a very innocuous comment.
I'm sorry. Ordinance 2023-18, bond ordinance providing for various improvements to the parking utility in and by Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey, appropriating $360,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $360,000 bonds or notes of Princeton to finance the cost thereof. Public hearing, June 12th, 2023. Michelle's got the motion, Layton's got the second. Roll call vote.
Ms. Perron Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sacks,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
Ordinance 2319, bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements in and by Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey, appropriating $10,710,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $10,060,000 bonds or notes of Princeton to finance the cost thereof. Public hearing, June 12th, 2023. I'm sorry. I keep getting confused as to who's who. I'm going this way this time. Eve's got the motion and Michelle's got the second. You know, you guys are putting your hands up so fast, I don't even have a chance to look up and your hands are up, so you're confusing me. Anyway, roll call vote.
Ms. Perron Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sacks,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
Ordinance 2023-20, bond ordinance should be providing for various open space improvements in and by Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey, appropriating $2,052,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,425,000 bonds or notes of Princeton to finance part of the cost thereof. Public hearing, June 12th, 2023. Eve has got the motion and Mia's got the second. Roll call vote.
Ms. Perron Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sacks,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
Ordinance 23-21, bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements in and by Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey, appropriating $15,155,500 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $12,501,425 bonds or notes of Princeton to finance part of the cost thereof. Public hearing, June 12th, 2023. Michelle's got the motion, and Layton's got the second, I think. Thank you. Roll call vote.
Ms. Perron Lambros,
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang,
Yes.
Ms. Sacks,
Yes.
Mr. Newland.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to resolutions. 23-185, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing a professional services agreement with M&E Engineers in the amount not to exceed $108,550 for the design of HVAC improvements and related energy conservation measures at the 400 Witherspoon Street Municipal Building. Is there a a motion. Thank you. Eve's got the motion. Michelle's got the second. Questions or comments? Eve?
Just want to clarify something with Jim. It looked like there was about a 12-year payback period for this, something like $78,000 a year in savings if these recommendations are implemented.
That's
that-
our understanding, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so just that even though we're spending money, in the long run, we're going to be saving money. And just, sorry, something I wanted to add before Jim, I just wanted to thank you and the department for making the extra effort to notify, personally everybody in the impacted neighborhood for the John Witherspoon Phase 2 construction. That goes a long way to, being transparent and open. So thank you.
Any other questions or comments on this one? I will just say that I did communicate with Jim that since we are hoping to move other departments into this building and make renovations to this building, that the engineers, because it's not as simple as simply saying, give us more capacity, because you do too much capacity, the systems won't work properly. So it will be a little bit of an engineering challenge to get this right. Because we don't want to
Correct.
do it afterwards.
Correct. And Councilwoman Niedergang asked me about the indoor air quality as well, and that is included in their overall design, and we'll work very closely with them to make sure that it is designed properly.
Thank you, Jim. All right, all in favor, please say aye.
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 23-186, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing an amendment of Resolution 22-204 for an increase of $5,457.56 for 2022, and authorizing the 2023 professional services agreement with John M. Scagnelli and
Scarinci Hollenbeck, I think. I believe.
that, and Hollenbeck, LLC, an amount not to exceed $50,000 for special environmental legal services. Is there a motion? Thank you, Leighton. Is there a second? Thank you, Mia. Questions or comments?
Yeah. So this, this should come to the legal committee. We haven't had an update on this in a while. So I'm fine with it going through tonight, but it would be good to have an update and at least to the legal committee and possibly to all of council.
Okay, so noted. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, 23-187, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing a professional services agreement with Arcadis US, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $118,000 for mini system number 36 and mini system number 36A, sanitary sewer rehabilitation engineering design and bid phase services. Eve has the motion. Mia's got the second. Questions or comments? All right, seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-188, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing a professional services agreement with Arcadis US, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $228,000 for Hamilton Avenue sanitary sewer replacement engineering design and bid phase services. Eve, thank you for the motion. Leighton's got the second. Questions or comments? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-189, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing a supplemental professional services agreement with Arcadis US, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $19,000 for a total contract amount of $98,000 for mini system number 35, sewer rehabilitation engineering design and bid phase services. Is there a motion? Thank you, Eve. Mia's got the second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-190, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton approving an agreement with Princeton Senior Resource Center to provide various services to senior citizens in the amount of $162,600 for 2023. So Eve's got the motion, Mia's got the second. Questions or comments?
Well, just a comment to, thank Eve for her work as liaison with the Senior Resource Center, and to thank the PRSC. I mean, they do a great job, and, it's really a lot of value for what the municipality, is doing. So I really appreciate all your hard work, and their new center is really awesome. If the public hasn't seen it, you need to get over there. So it's great. Thank you.
Good job, Eve.
Any other comments?
Yay, Eve.
There we go. Yay, Eve. There you go. Gold star. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-191, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton in support of a community food waste reduction grant. Eve's got the motion, Mia's got the second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Actually, Mark, could we just take a moment to just explain? So we're applying for a federal grant that will allow us to restart a composting program in town, which some of us have been trying to do for a very long time. So it'll start small and hopefully grow, and that will be another way in which we can reduce the amount of waste that's sent to the landfill. So.
Glad we're doing it. Okay, 23-192, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton amending Resolution 23-175 to enable execution of a memorandum of understanding to become part of the agreement with Liquidity Services Operations, LLC, doing business as GovDeals for sale of surplus property no longer needed for public use. Is there a motion on this? Please. Thank you. Eve's got the motion. Michelle's got the second. This is surplus property that we tried to approve at a previous meeting, but we didn't do it quite right, so we're doing it correctly this evening. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-193, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton amending Resolution 23-175 and rescheduling the dates for municipal auction of certain surplus property no longer needed for public use by Princeton utilizing the services of GovDeals. This goes along with the one we just did. Leighton, thank you for the motion. Mia's got the second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-194, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton consenting to the assignment of affordable housing agreement to Princeton LIHTC Urban Renewal, LLC, and consenting to the transfer of interest in Princeton LIHTC Urban Renewal, LLC, to Conifer Princeton GP, LLC, for the development of affordable housing on Block 5502, Lot 4.02. Mia's got the motion, Michelle's got the second. Questions, comments, explanations?
I'd like to explain.
Sorry?
I'm happy to explain.
Yeah. Okay.
So this site, this is the Pearl Senior Living Project at the Thanet Circle site, and it was originally conceived of and negotiated with Princeton. This is under the former mayor. This was in 2019 with Pearl and with Lara Schweger, who was a really wonderful partner to the town when it was negotiating its settlement. And Lara is now with Conifer, and Conifer is buying all of the Pearl properties in New Jersey, including Princeton's Pearl. And this is great news for Princeton because we had an excellent partnership with Lara Schweger, and we're really happy. She's happy to be reunited with her project, and this gives us tremendous confidence in the project that it will be properly executed and maintained going forward. So this is basically being reunited with our original project partner on this site, and it's great news for us and for her. So,
Thank you. Eve.
I just want to add, as the senior center liaison, that the PSRC is an integral part of this project because they're going to be on site managing social services for the population in the senior building, and they are, as Mia, they are enthused and excited about this this change on board. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other comments or questions? No. All right. If not, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, next up is the consent agenda. There are 7 items on the agenda. Just want to make sure no one wants to have anything discussed or pulled off of that. All right, if not, someone could move the consent agenda. Thank you, Michelle. Leighton's got the second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And would someone pretend they're David and make a motion to adjourn?
I would like to say I'm in David's seat, therefore I must be David, so I move that we adjourn.
Michelle's got the second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are done. Thank you very much for being here or tuning in, and a great night to everybody.
Thank you.